everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jamie, and if you're new, I like to call myself Razzle That's J. Today I'm gonna do a kind of like foundation review, kind of like a wear test, kind of. I feel like my skin isn't that great for a wear test, but you know what? I really wanted to try this foundation that I got in the mail. I just ordered this. This is the ColourPop No Filter Foundation, and I got the color medium 90, and this is what it looks like. This was, I'll show you the price somewhere on the screen, but this was such an affordable foundation. I did like a huge ColourPop haul. I actually have some shades of ColourPop on my eyes right now, and I really love everything that I got. I do want to try this out. This is like their matte foundation. I wanted to get a matte foundation versus like their foundation stick, although I was contemplating between the two. I also bought the matte blur primer and the matte blur spray, so I'm gonna use these as well. And then I also got the translucent powder, the no filter setting powder in translucent. These three were in a set. They were about like $20, super affordable in my opinion for getting all three. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. Typically when I apply foundation, what I like to do is I like to use a brush first, then go over it with the beauty blender. So let's do that. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the primer first. This is my first time using this primer. It's really cute. It's really tiny. This feels a little, I don't know how to describe it. It feels very, very soft. Okay, so it feels really soft. It almost feels a little greasy to me, but I do feel a little tackiness, but it's not something that I think would be like a negative. After the primer, I'm gonna go ahead and apply the foundation. Like I said, I like to use a brush first, so let me grab my brush. One of my favorite brushes to use when it comes to foundation is the Real Techniques buffing brush, which is this one. This one is a little bit fluffier on the top, so it's gonna give me a little bit more of a natural finish. But if I want to add more coverage, as in to cover like my blemishes, then I'm sure I can go over. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply it on my face and then go from there. Oh wow, that is a lot of coverage. Okay. I feel like this foundation has a little bit of a weird scent, but nothing too crazy. This again is the color M90, which is just medium 90. It feels super lightweight, the foundation does. And I feel like the foundation and the primer together look really nice. Oh my god, in camera, why do I look so pale? Oh boy. And a little of this really goes a long way. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender. I'm gonna spray it with the Redo spray. It's important to mix this. I also received this complimentary from Influencer. And then go in. Just to make sure everything looks nice and smooth. I don't like using just my beauty blender just for foundation, because I feel like it just soaks up everything and I hate that. I feel like I could have gotten one shade darker. So for concealer, I do have the No Filter concealer from ColourPop. I decided not to buy another one because I already have from the past, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that under my eyes. You're gonna look a little pale. I will say this beauty blender feels very, very stiff to my like green beauty blender, but it's like nice. The texture of it just feels a little different. I think I can make this foundation work as long as I just bronze up a bit. feel like initially when I applied the foundation I had a lot of coverage, but now I feel like I don't have as much. I'm just going to apply a little bit more in the areas where I need coverage. And then I'm going to take the setting powder from ColourPop. And again, this one is translucent. This one's really cute. Oh my god, it felt like it was open. Oh, good thing there's this little sticker on there. I also would have been pissed. So I'm just gonna tap a little bit on my lid. I'm just gonna use this Luxie brush in 660, which is supposed to be a foundation brush. But you know what? Let's just use it for setting under my eyes and then all over the face. I already like this powder. This powder is awesome. This powder feels super, ooh, super fine. I'm gonna take my Private Party ColourPop bronzer. I'm gonna add a lot of bronzer because I just feel really pale. It's one of my favorites. Oh, I feel so much better. Go in with my Milani blush in Romantic Rose just to warm up the skin a little bit more. So for highlighter, Flexitarian from ColourPop is one of my favorite highlights. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on. To finish up the face, I'm just gonna spray the All Star Matte and Blur Face Setting Spray. I feel like my pores and my face does look really blurred out though. It looks pretty good. Let's do a test spray. I like that smell. It smells really good. I don't know what to describe that smell. That smelled really good though. I'm gonna use my 951 lip liner from ColourPop and I Love Sarah E collab. I love this lip liner so much. I take it with me everywhere. And then I'm gonna go in with butter. Butter is like a really nude. So let's see how this looks. This is actually a good combo. I like this color a lot. Just looking at my skin close up, I think it's just like clinging to my texture a bit close to my mouth area. But overall, this foundation, like first applied on my skin, looks really good. The color is nice, but I definitely think I could have went one shade darker. I don't think the color changed at all on my skin or anything. Like I don't think it oxidized or anything like that, but it looks decent with the bronzer on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get dinner with my friends, and after I come back, I kind of want to talk to you guys and see how it holds up. This is not a really good wear test just because it's already 8 o'clock. Yeah, it's already 8:09 p.m. here. And you know, I probably will only be wearing this for a few hours, but I still wanted to see how this looks like. I got it in the mail and I was really excited to try it. And I just wanted to show you guys how everything came out. So yeah, I'll see you guys in just hey everyone, I'm back. I went to dinner, met up with some of my friends, and now it's about almost 11 p.m. Just looking at my face and then looking up close, I look oily like in this area. I'm naturally oily, also a little bit on my cheeks as well. Looking at my imperfections, which is mainly like my chin area, it's breaking up just a bit. That's kind of normal if you have acne and if you have texture in your skin. I feel like you're gonna experience that. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I didn't prep as well either, but it's not too bad. I don't know how this would last like throughout an 8-hour day. I definitely feel like this would be something that I'd have to test out, like if I was working, for example, and wear this throughout the day, this foundation throughout the day. But regardless, with the price, I really do like this foundation. I like the coverage a lot. When you guys saw me apply the foundation, you guys saw that it covered up my imperfections right away. I mean, I kind of had to go in a little bit more with the foundation afterwards, but it looked really, really good. I would say this is more to full. I wouldn't say this is full on full coverage. The way this looks on my skin, I don't officially like hate it. Do recommend this foundation for someone who has oily skin and someone who has acne scarring. I definitely feel like it covered up my acne really well and my scarring as well. And I feel like overall it looks really good on the skin. I think if you are drier, you definitely need to prep the skin because this can dry down fast, and I feel like it can make your skin look drier if you don't prep and hydrate your skin. I think with the primer, it didn't really sit well on my skin. The primer had a really nice soft consistency, but it did feel a little greasy to the touch and when I applied it to my skin. I don't know if this primer has silicone, and I just feel like it has that silicone dimethicone type feeling, and usually I don't like those type of primers. I really like gel type primers. Even if it's hydrating, I prefer those primers. Will say it did soften and blurred my pores for sure. When I looked in the mirror, I was like, wow, my skin looks so good. It looks super soft, and I definitely think the primer helped with that. If you're someone who struggles with oily skin, I definitely think that this foundation with this primer, although it does blur your pores, I definitely think that using a more mattifying primer with this foundation would be so much better. I think I should have used a little less primer and just focus it in the areas where I feel like I needed that blurring, and then mix it with my Bobbi Brown primer, which is something that I've been loving as well. But you know what? I'm still happy that I got this. I'm happy that I tried it, and I think I have to just play around with it a little bit more. The matte and blur face setting spray, I'm not 100% sure it really kept me matte. I would like to say that it's kept my makeup looking pretty fresh. When it comes to setting sprays, I really have to play with them. Overall, I really like this spray just because I feel like it did make my makeup last long. I love the smell of this spray as well. I don't know if anyone's ever talked about that, but I really like the smell. It smells a little citrusy to me. I don't know. Let me do it again. I don't know what this smells like. Reminds me a little bit of my childhood, which is weird, and it just smells really good. Like, it almost smells citrusy, but at the same time it smells like something like a baby would wear. Like, not baby powder, maybe baby powder, maybe that's what I'm thinking, I'm not sure, but it smells something like that, and it smells so good to me, so I like that. That's a plus for me. Regardless, I do really like this, and for the price that I got everything for, to be honest, I really love everything, and I know that I'll use it in general. So the No Filter setting powder, I really like this powder. I feel like I could have definitely added a little bit more like in my T-zone if I wanted to be a little bit more matte. I think it really did brighten under the eyes. I do see a little bit of creasing under my eyes, but I think I could have used a little bit more powder because I was in such a rush. I don't think I put enough powder. I kind of just like dabbed it on there and then, you know, kept moving on. The way this powder has been milled, so soft, softer than any other powder that I've really touched before. The Beauty Bakery powder is one of my current favorites this month, but I think it's ColourPop No Filter Setting Powder might kick it to the curb because it's so good. The Beauty Bakery flower powder is definitely a lot more matte in my opinion, and I definitely think this one is a little bit more natural on the skin. Regardless of how I feel like my skin looks, like when I'm being a little nitpicky, I really do like all the products. I definitely will reuse this foundation, and I will reuse all the other products. You know, I feel like my thoughts may change a little bit when it comes to like the primer and the spray once I play around with everything a little bit more, but for sure I think my favorites are the foundation and the setting powder. I feel like those two are definitely a little bit higher on the spectrum of favorites for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know just with the way I've been talking, I feel like it's gonna be a little bit of a lengthy one. Please let me know if you guys are interested in you know, these kind of videos. I know first impressions are never like that great, but I wonder if I should do a video just like to update you guys like later on and just let you know how I still feel about them, like an impressions part 2. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye. Everyone, welcome. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Soften and blur my pores. The Beauty Bakery one seems like it's a lot more matte. Or the Beauty Bakery